Afade, everyone, and good morning. Welcome to the 2025 Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center Guam Psychology Internship Consortium graduation of our two interns this year, Matthew Hiltebrand and Christopher Otero. We have a full agenda here this morning to celebrate all the accomplishments that these two gentlemen have committed to this year. And so we are definitely excited to continue to celebrate them today. But before we get into the festivities, I'm going to turn the mic over to the Honorable Lourdes Leon Guerrero, Governor of Guam, for her welcoming remarks.
Thank you very much and welcome. I don't know everybody at the table, but I do recognize some. Of course, Dennis and Debbie, right, from Witchy. And of course, Mr. Jacob. Sorry, Rodney Jacob. Oh, yes, Barb. Yes, so sorry. Anyway, welcome to Guam. And thank you again for all your great focus and attention in helping us with our many needs in our education and labor force, not just in healthcare, but throughout. We have had many successes in working with Wichi, uh, Wichi has been very instrumental in helping our people here in the island of Guam to go off island and to be have further post high school um, education at a very reasonable cost. Of course, the greatest advantage is because we are a member of Wichi, we now take an opportunity to take the great, I think, program where we don't have to pay out of state tuition and we pay only resident tuitions in whichever member college that our students decide to go. I think that is one of the greatest a benefit that we got from Wichi. Dennis has been very supportive, always communicating. He's here on the ground. And of course, I see Deb and Barbara once in a while. I think we've been meeting maybe once a year, but certainly communicating very closely with all our key agencies. And when I first learned, thank you to Teresa Riola, who was our Guam Behavioral Health Wellness Center director at the time. I remember exactly the situation where she called me and she said, Governor, I just came back from Wichita and I'm really excited about this program. And it's going to help us with our shortage in clinical psychologists. And of course, we're always looking for people to come and work in our islands in the area of mental health. And other areas, but we were even more concerned about mental health because we only had one psychiatrist and not very many psychologists. And so we needed to, how do we motivate or incentivize people to come? And so when Therese said we can, which is proposing a clinical psychology internship program with us. We just have to pay them, I think at the time, $250,000. That's my recollection. And I said, okay, we're going to find the money because we need to get this program. And I know, Dennis, you worked very hard with the University of New Mexico to bring the first cohort. And here we are having more cohort and even from other universities. So that's been a really good uh, I think, journey down, and we're continuing to sustain it. And then we elevated to psychiatry residency program. And by the way, I met Governor Grisham, Lahan Grisham, is a good friend of mine, and I saw her at the National Governors Association one event and thanked her for her, willingness to help us along through her University of New Mexico. So But more importantly, what this program gives to us is the ability to service our people. And, in the area of behavioral wellness, mental health, and so forth, sometimes people don't really see the importance of that. And my philosophy has always been it has to be one unit. You cannot just address medical issues without also addressing the mental health issues and the ability for people to address their challenges of emotional turmoil. I've been so focused on that when I was senator, I was the one that passed the parity bill, which says that if you are a health insurance and you're providing medical, you also have to provide mental health. And that's like been 20, 30 years ago. Uh, I know you remember that. But so really, we need to always focus at the person as a whole because I truly believe mental health influences our physical health and physical health influences our mental health, and we want to make sure that we provide the services to our people from all ages, children to adults to seniors, in all areas of concern. And of course, we see a great increase here of suicide in our island, and really an epidemic that we are trying to minimize on drug addiction and substance abuse addiction, not just hard drugs, but also alcohol. And of course, also tobacco is in that line of frame. And we're seeing more vaping now in younger children in middle school, even maybe down to elementary. And that's very alarming for us. And how this program, with the great commitment of Witchy, helps us is we are now able to provide more psychologists, that you are the experts in your field that can help counsel our children, our adults, our seniors, the family as a whole, and even bringing in community on the whole global perspective. And so you're very, very important in the whole scheme and spectrum of our healthcare, quality of healthcare. And Josh and I's biggest campaign was to provide quality healthcare to our people. We have been very supportive in providing resources also to our Guam Behavioral and the programs that we have. Josh is very focused on making sure outreach is out there, working with the young, the adult, working with suicide, working with drug addiction, working with nonprofit organizations that also are very key, right, in helping. He was very instrumental in putting up the Women's Treatment Center that just recently opened, which allowed for women to get their lives together and be strengthened to go back into their community. And to also, we're working on also making sure we have housing after the program, to try and not have them back into their environment that promotes those behaviors, but try to separate them out into some better living conditions that they can continue their normal lives with their children and their families. So we are very much committed in that whole area of mental health. Josh has always also been the leader in the homeless program, and we're trying to get homes for the homeless. We're trying to get and stand up uh, a program where we have all the homeless come in during the night, sleep there, have a meal, wash, clean clothes, and then go back up, because we're finding that some of these homeless don't really want to go into homes. And a lot of them are also uh, people with issues with mental health, and they're not taking their drugs. And Josh has worked with the judiciary to try and have some kind of maybe legal mandate for them to take their drugs. And he'll probably explain it more. But both of us have been very much really concerned about the mental health and the quality of mental health stability in our islands. So I just want to say congratulations to both of you. Thank you for coming to Guam. And I hope you stay. I know one of you is staying and the other one isn't, and I'm sorry about that, but we'll bring more people here. And through your network, you could also encourage people to come and use our program. And I hope that you've had a really full, successful array of experiences to help you strengthen your expertise so you can better service uh, the people where you're going to be at. So I just want to say thank you. For I know it's hard to be away from home, to be out here, thousands of miles away, but I think this program is very beneficial. And again, thank you to Witchy, the board, and all our community partners that support this program. Sijus Masi.
Also, congratulations, and thank you for being willing to get into the corrections population. Right, I saw that. I think Chris, you have a particular interest in youth, and that's I think that in the big picture with so many needs, sometimes we find that the highest yield is focusing on the youngest and trying to get those stabilizations in. But there's always that connection, right? To everybody up at, especially at corrections, right? We're going through a period of time where we have record amount of people that are in incarceration, and right now, national and local policy is driving more increases in incarceration. So this morning, Governor, I just came from the court where with behavioral health and the court are launching this mapping. It's a sequential intercept model mapping, which really is trying to find pathways to get people into appropriate treatment and maybe out of a path into criminal justice system, even though there is a lot of need there. And one of the things that we're trying to figure out how to aid the community and respond to what their expectations are. And one of the partnerships that the behavioral health is looking at with the courts is the concept of assisted outpatient treatment. We hear a lot of times from police officers and medics. When people need to be stabilized, they come over to behavioral health, they're stabilized, and then, they're released and then quickly become unstable again, and trying to figure out what we can do to really try and address this revolving door and put them on the path for more stability. I mean, this is a big undertaking in a community that doesn't necessarily have the kind of programming, but at the same time, we have other strengths in our community that larger areas don't have. So I think the trying to figure out how to shepherd those resources is kind of our job. But we need to make sure that we have the clinicians that can be there and let us know how we can connect the practice with the services and the funds. So I just wanted to say congratulations. I understand, Matthew, you're going to be in I think you're going to be with, is it the U.S. The Army Medical Corps? Well, congratulations. And, obviously, with all of the activities that are planned for our community and the intersect that we have with military service, that still is a very positive thing that you're doing. Hopefully, your work takes you back here at a certain point in your career. And to Chris, look forward to seeing where your path takes you. I know that it looks like we've made a good case, and your instincts have made your decision to stay here for a period of time, hopefully for a long period of time. And I think that is something that we're very excited about. This is an opportunity that we get to try and introduce our community to people and to figure out how we can make a good case to expand the kind of professionals we have here, and then also have the good successes for Witchy. This is a good program. Thank you very much for all of the work and the effort. I know there's a tremendous effort. Rod and Senator Tina Barnes have been the local champions here, and of course, we have a receptive administration that will continue to expand this partnership. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Governor and Lieutenant Governor, for your remarks. I realized I was so excited to get this thing going that I forgot to introduce myself. My name is James Cooperners. I'm the Deputy Director for Guam Behavioral Health and your MC for today. Director Carissa Pangilinan could not join us today. She is off island, but she is definitely here in spirit. Before we continue, I just wanted to share, recently Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center celebrated its 42nd birthday. This is all in part to the celebration of the 75th anniversary signing of the Organic Act. And it helped me realize that means for at least 42 years, the department has been making an effort of engaging in workforce development, trying to recruit skilled professionals in the field of behavioral health on the island, and trying to work towards establishing that pathway here locally. As recently as 4 or 5 years ago, that path took a turn when then Director Teresa Ariola and Deputy Director at the time, Carissa Pangilinan, moved forward in their collaboration with WICHE to start the beginnings of what would become the Psychology Internship Consortium program. And here we are, within the last year, now becoming an APA accredited program. Just a quick round of applause for all the effort for that. That was a huge lift. And again, you've already heard it, but that pathway forward would not have been possible without this partnership with the Western Interstate Commission for Higher Education. I had to look down and read that because it doesn't stay up there. But just to introduce our next speaker to give her remarks and congratulations, Dr. Demi Mikolau, did I say that right? Is the president of the Western Interstate Commission for Higher Education. As WICHE's president, Dr. Mikolau serves as the chief executive officer for the organization and at the pleasure of the WICHE Commission. Prior to serving as WICHE's president, Mikolau as WICHE's vice president of the Policy Analysis and Research Unit and oversaw externally funded projects. The author of numerous reports and policy briefs, she has experience in a variety of higher education policy issues, including those related to post-secondary attainment, governance, strategic planning, adult learners, transfer, accelerated learning options, affordability, and workforce. Dr. Mikolau.
Thank you. Half a day, everyone. It is a true honor to be able to join you today just to celebrate the remarkable achievements of the 2025 graduates of the Guam Psychology Internship Program. So on behalf of WICHE and my colleagues, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to both of you. Your dedication, compassion, and resilience have not only shaped your professional journeys, but have also made a lasting impact on the lives you've served here on Guam. This program represents something greater than individual achievement, though. It's a testament to the power of collaboration, vision, and commitment to the community well-being. And I want to express my deepest gratitude to Governor Leon Guerrero and Governor Josh Tenorio, so thank you, and the entire team at the Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center for their unwavering support and leadership. Your investment in this program is an investment in the future of Guam's behavioral health system and in the health and resilience of its people. I also want to acknowledge Dr. Barbara Dameron, WICHE's chair to my right, as well as WICHE Commissioner Rodney Jacob, who have been incredibly supportive in our work, and we cannot do anything without our incredible commission. And to Matt and Chris, during your time as interns, you made meaningful contributions to Guam's behavioral health system. You worked with some of the island's most vulnerable populations, children, adolescents, veterans, and individuals involved in the correctional system, and brought compassion, curiosity, and professionalism to every setting, and we thank you. Your efforts help foster understanding, reduce stigma, and support the well-being of those you served, and you've shown a strong commitment to learning and to making a difference throughout your internship. This program, which was acknowledged as the first APA accredited program in the whole Pacific, is not just vital to Guam, but to the entire Western region. It addresses critical workforce shortages, expands access to care, and ensures that behavioral health services are grounded in cultural understanding and clinical excellence. WICHE is proud to support this initiative and to witness its transformative impact. So, with that, I want to congratulate our interns and I want to welcome our next class, who I have not had the pleasure of meeting yet. So, welcome. And thank you for everyone in this room who has had an impact on this program and for its future. So, thank you.
All right.
To add a thank you to Dr. Mary Vergerger also, as she's been very instrumental. And of course, I think we have a Witchy graduate are working now with us. Weren't you one of the first? Oh, you weren't. Oh, okay. I was saying, I think she was one of the first cohort. But anyway, thank you, Dr. Mary, for really taking a handle of this and moving it forward. And of course, the whole Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center team that has provided the space and the resources to be able to move our program forward. Thank you so much.
So that actually provides a nice segue to our next presenters, Dr. Mary Fagerger, Dr. Erica Leeper, and Dr. Angela Lego. If you would join me up here for the introduction of interns and presentation of their story.
Hello. If we could have Matthew and Christopher come and join us. Just a few brief words. Matthew is coming, his graduate program is George Fox University, and he is earning his PsyD once his degree is conferred and internship is completed. Christopher is from the University of Northern Colorado and earning his PhD once internship is completed. So, with that, I'm going to hand you this. We're presenting you with your certificate. Just to echo everything that everybody has said already, we are so excited for you and wish you the best in where your careers come. And we are so fortunate that you matched with us, were interested in the program. And so just thank you so much for becoming a part of Guam Pick and Jibwick and Guam's legacy. It's very awesome to see the success you've already had and the success that we know you will have in the future.
And just to echo the governor's words, thank you again to Dr. Mary, Dr. Erica, Dr. Angela, as co-directors of our PIC program. Just really incredible, amazing work to not only help stand up this program, but to get these two fine gentlemen to where they are today. So thank you. Next, we've got the presentation of the governor's certificate and the Guam PIC certificate. If I can have Matt and Chris join us. There you go.
So it is really a great honor and with great pride that I present you this certificate of recognition to Christopher Otero, Guam Psychology Internship Consortium. Upon your dedication to complete the training provided by the Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center, we duly recognize your graduation from the accredited internship program and impact on our island's public, behavioral health system. Your comprehensive clinical training in the field of adults, drugs, and alcohol in children and adolescents through therapies, group and individual sessions, psychological assessment, testing, and seminars not only demonstrate your extensive understanding of psychology, but also your passion for helping others by addressing our island's behavioral and mental health issues. We uplift your dignified service to our island with honor and respect, and further extend our congratulations upon your graduation from the internship program. We wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. May success always follow you. Presented on this 25th day of August in the year of our Lord, Omno Domini 2025, signed by myself, Governor Lou Leon Guerrero, and by Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio. And this certificate of recognition is awarded to Matthew Hildebrand, Guam Psychology Internship Consortium, and again, upon your dedication to complete the training provided by the Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center, we duly recognize your graduation from the accredited internship program and impact on our island's public behavioral health system. Your comprehensive clinical training in the field of adults, drugs and alcohol, and children and adolescents through therapy, group and individual sessions, psychological assessments, testing, and seminars not only demonstrates your extensive understanding of psychology, but also your passion for helping others by addressing our island's behavioral and mental health issues. We uplift your dignified service to our island with honor and respect, and further extend our congratulations upon your graduation from the internship program. We wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors, and may success always follow you. Presented on this 25th day of August in the year of our Lord, Anno Domini 2025, signed by myself, Governor Lulian Guerrero, together with Lieutenant Governor Joshua Tenorio. Congratulations.
We'll have one more.
Oh, one more with Barb. Barb and Demi and Dr. Jane and Barb. Come up with photos.
Don't worry, we can all fit. We're good. We can all fit. Beautiful, everybody. Here we go. Big smile, please. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Last one. 3, 2, and. All right, we're good. All right, before we close and take more photos, I'd like to invite Dennis Mohat to the podium.
I reflect back. I remember first meeting the governor Chuk,
Yes, that's where we first met.
and she had talked to Therese Areola, and she had talked to Therese Areola, and over breakfast our first morning, she told me, "Get cracking." So we got cracking, and I'm a little scared here because at our first graduation, she came up to me and she said, "Now, what are you going to do about psychiatry?" Well, we got psychiatry rotating through too. Yeah, yeah. So, I know that Art San Augustine's here, so I'm sure that there are a few asks on the table. So, but at any rate, uh, this is an accomplishment. We've come from nothing, from an idea, to the reality of being the first accredited internship in the Pacific outside of Hawaii. So it's a testament to your vision and to the hard work of everybody at Guam Behavioral Health and at WICHE. And so you're now WICHE scholars, according to me. Demi just went, huh. But Chris and Matt, if you come up a sec, um, I broke out some windows on old wrecked cars and made a couple of awards. Chris, congratulations. And Matt, congratulations. You guys did yeoman's effort here. And at the end of the day, there are a lot of people here in Guam whose lives you touched, and they're now better. So thank you. And then I've got as I walk around, I got this from Donahue, I think. The young people don't know who that is, but because it's very important as you work in this field to stay hydrated, to get your own witchy water flask. Water flask. Thank you all, and thank you, Governor. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor.
Thank you so much. And again, before we close, if I can invite Dr. Mary and Dr. Erica. We're here celebrating both Matt and Chris, and of course, we would also like to celebrate our new incoming interns who they'll be introducing.
I know this comes without your awareness, but I would so appreciate the two of you, Leah and Lachey, to come up for introductions. I'll start with Leah. Leah Rivero Diolio is a current graduate student at Felician University, and she, again, similar to Matthew and Christopher, had expressed interest and applied to the site, and through the matching service was matched with Guam Pick. So we thank you for your interest, and we're so pleased that you have matched with us, and we're very much looking forward to your internship starting in September. Perfect. Yes, of course. And this is Lachey Filia. I apologize. And she comes to us from Ball State University as her current graduate program. And just like Leah and Matt and Chris, applied for our site, and through the natural matching system, we interviewed, of course, and through the match, landed with us at Guam Pick. And we couldn't be more thrilled for both of them to be joining us. So we're super appreciative of your interest. We can congratulate you on the match, and we look very much forward to working with you and to getting started during orientation next week.
Well, that concludes our celebration today. Once again, congratulations to Matt and Chris on everything you've accomplished this year and will continue to accomplish in the coming years. And thank you again to all of the attendees, the WICHE Commission, and all of the participants here today, our Guam Pick program folks, and of course, our governor and lieutenant governor. Thank you very much. And I think we're due for pictures for the whole group. Is that? One group photo, okay.